Hello and welcome to another review. Today is Kamen Rider SH Figuarts Kamen Rider O's. Unlike all the other boxes, it's in full color and it actually says Kamen Rider O and not Mask Rider O's. Title bar combo. The SH Figuart quote is printed on the box and not the plastic. The other logos and printings are all in black and white. The picture itself is O's. I'm not sure. It looks like it's a photograph of the toy filtered and not a photo of the actual hero costume filtered. Not only you get the colors, you also get Kamen Rider O's is printed in silver right here, which is why you probably finding it hard to see on the camera, but now you can see the silver. So on the top it says Kamen Rider O's, on the side it says Kamen Rider O's, and on the side it also says Kamen Rider O's. At the bottom you got the Bandai Asia sticker stuck right there, and on the back you got the color theme going on. It's actually really Mexican. Simple style and heroic action. Got the Bandai logo sticker and another sticker there. And got some pictures of those. So if you want a close look at the box, please head over to the Facebook link below. And you can have a closer look on the photos of the box and everything inside. So as always, all these boxes have a tape, which I've already removed or untaped. Check out the box. You got a silver card on the back, which has the instructions manual. I forgot to mention that the turtle bar logo printed on the plastic, which is pretty cool. Again, this thing is also taped, but I've already removed the tape. The instructions manual for this figure telling you what stuff you can swap and what stuff you can put in and out. And like the box art and all that, you can head over to the Facebook album and have a closer look. Come on. So inside you got this packet like so with all the pieces. 4 pegs here to secure the tray. As always, be careful because you've got all these small parts and you know they will fall out all over the place, like so. Except for the actual figure, which is in there. So let's take a look at the accessories. With the accessories you have the relaxing open hands, a set of item weapons holding hands, a scanner holding hand, which is almost like the item holding hand except slightly more open. Extended claws, which you can use to replace the closed claws, and they are way bigger than the closed claws. Not sure how accurate that's meant to be. The scanner, of course, which is only painted on one side, and the pattern's non-existing on this side. The sword. It's detailed enough, I guess, but there's no movement whatsoever, and the silver medals are permanently, well, just there. So, you know, there's no messing around with mini toy medals. Articulation wise, just like all SH Figuarts, you got the double jointed neck. Although the helmet shape and his armor shape does leave a bit, sort of remove some of the articulation, but it's overall just fine. Again, show the pattern come up for arm articulation, a ball in there, up down, swivel, the arm, a double joint, and swivel, ball joint, double waist joint. He's like a ragdoll right now. because the feet are similar to double in the way it joins. I'm not really a fan of this, but I guess it works, sort of. So, because this means that the swivel is all up in there, double leg joint, and the foot board joint there, and bendy toes. In terms of the helmet detail, it is pretty much spot on with transparent red plastic on the top, and of course the nice green compound eyes. In terms of chest painting, it's also pretty good, although I have a slight sort of gold mark scratched off there. And of course there are bits of yellow here and there that is slightly sprayed onto where the black should be. In terms of arm claw detail, you see there's the plastic molding line right there. And also the gold isn't as good as I'd like it to be. It isn't so bad on these pieces, but on the extended claws, some of the gold is painted a bit too thin and the yellow is showing through. I almost feel like that I should repaint it a bit myself. Over this arm is more of the issue of a bit of black smudging with the yellow. In terms of the belt detail, the pedals are just transparent plastic inside, and I don't know, the two most important things of a Kamen Rider, the belt and the helmet. That's where you should spend more time on and more detail on than the rest of the body, but nope, just like a lot of the SH Figuarts, the detail's actually not too good here, and it still begs the question to if they can get all that detail on digital grade figures, which is on a smaller scale, why can't they do this on this figure? And you know, digital grade are even cheaper. Another thing is there is zero function on the belt. You can't even turn the O's driver. You can't remove the coin thing, you can't open it, and the scanner just pegs in. It doesn't even slide in like it's supposed to. Down to the legs, nothing too special here in terms of detail. It's printed just fine. Take a look on the bottom of the feet because, you know, rider kick and all that. The O symbol is printed very nicely and molded very nicely onto the bottom of the foot. However, the toe side, it is a lot more blurry and not as sharp. My figure here also, just like Decade, suffers from a bit of terrible plastic molding, cutting joints and stuff. Ugh. Trying to stamp on the back of his body. Overall the paint is kind of okay on the back, but again a bit more of the joint plastic injection things going on, and oh dear, more black scratching. Seriously? This is like the worst quality control figure I have from SH Figuarts. Even the O scanner, some of the gold's not painted on right. Christ, that's not even high detail. It's just, you know, get the colors right. Now, in terms of posability, O's is just fine. However, he is a figure that you're gonna need a stand to pose him properly. Why? Because he does not actually have die-cast feet. Now, that means there's no special weight on the bottom of the figure, so a lot of poses means he's gonna fall over. Ugh. Another thing with this figure is, can someone tell me why this looks off right there? It's also someone tell me why the hand yellow is very different from the arm yellow. Another thing with this figure is, be careful where you're posing him, because the O scanner can fall off quite easily since it's just a small peg and it's not particularly tight. Pose him in the wrong place and you might accidentally push the figure, dropping the O scanner and losing it forever. With this figure, its playability is pretty decent. Just like Kuga and Agito, it's very simple to play with the accessories mostly being weapons and extra hands, so you're not going to swap them out too much. But just like the double figure, swapping hands is kind of a pain, because when you're trying to push the hand back onto the arm, you're constantly fighting not to push the claws off at the same time. So putting strength, it's best to put it on the elbow so you're not pushing or sliding all over the arms. One last complaint is, I still sort of wish that the leg joints right there would be sort of more of a ball joint, just like Kuga and Agito, and not this sort of straight sort of leggy joint, just like double. Because moving this leg around, you gotta be kind of careful, or else you might bend the plastic, the edges of the leg piece. So overall, I'm happy I got this figure on a really heavily reduced discount price, at least $100 cheaper than the original price. And with all the accessories, it's okay. I got it for the same price as Agito, so you can imagine how cheap that would be, since Agito is a pretty much bare minimal figure. So tell me what you think. Yeah, lack of complete quality control of this figure can be slightly disappointing. So tell me if your figure has any of those issues. Subscribe, suggest, comment below, and of course check out Facebook for the HD photos, and also quite a lot of diorama photos that I took and post pictures on Facebook. So the links are below. Subscribe, suggest, and comment below, and of course take care and have a nice day. Bye.